The first three letters of my last name stands for Fad, and it also stands for Fine African Dining. I've basically always preached that to my wife that one day I'm going to open a restaurant, and I say, oh, please, can you talk about something else? So it's always been in my blood. Both my grandparents ran this kind of business back in Nigeria. It's more like a social club. I've always wanted to set up something like a British pub. And that's what you get when people come in here, that as soon as they walk in, it feels like they're in a British pub. And then when you walk in, it feels like you're back in Africa.
Nigerian restaurants often are called bukas. And bukas are like your neighborhood, hole-in-the-wall places that you know that you're going to feel comfortable and welcomed at. And that's the ambiance that we all have at Fad.
Whenever I come here, you don't have to know someone to say, hey, hello, or shake hands, or even introduce yourself. You can sit, eat, or drink with him or her. We live like one big family.
The first day I told my wife I was going to open a restaurant, that I've already signed the lease, she cried for like a whole week. Like, well, what are you getting into? What do you know about restaurant business? But I had a vision, and I knew it was going to be successful. And I knew there was a market for it. After New York and California, and Atlanta has the highest population of Nigerians in the US. And I've always felt Nigerian cuisine is the next big thing that will happen. I really don't know anybody that's been in here and tried our food and can't believe, wow, how come I've not discovered this in years?
I was introduced to the cuisine with Nigerian food in 1992, I think. And ever since then, I fell in love with it.
It's spicy, it's tasty, it's classic, it's just good for you, it's healthy.
It's going to be spicy. It's going to have a lot of meat. It's going to be a fun atmosphere like you're back in Africa. That's what we're trying to create for people that have not been back home in a while. And that's why we have a lot of maps and different things that shows people what is current. We have almost 12 TVs in here that shows African television stations that you can watch and say, wow, what's going on in Nigeria, what's going on in Ghana. So it gives you the benefit of a home feel that if I come in here, it's going to feel like I'm back home.
We actually accommodate anybody. It doesn't matter which tribe, which country. You know, it doesn't matter. It could be US, it could be Africa, it could be anywhere. We welcome everybody.
Most African slaves were in the South. And the food that we cook, it's very similar to how people cook in the South.
Nigerian food is a lot more. I will even say a lot more like Southern food because one, the way it is cooked, the way it is prepared, the way that it's mixed, the flavor that you get when you taste it is all natural ingredients.
Especially within the South, I've always told people when they come in there, they'll be mildly surprised about what food we cater to because most Americans eat yams, we eat yams. We eat okra, most Americans eat okra. It's just the way it is prepared, the spices that are different. So when they come and try it, they say, wow, this is unusual, but it looks good.
I'm not a chef, but I do know that when you cook certain food, you don't do it fast, like drive-through. You let it marinate. You let the sauce get into it, like the meat to be tender.
My job basically is to be inquisitive and question the customer. Have you tried Nigerian food before? Have you tried African food before? Is this your first time? So you get an idea of what you're going to give them. And if they've never tried African food before, usually what we do is give them a platter of different things in small bits. So the next time they come, they will know what they really like. But the main one we normally serve everybody, whether you want it or not, is the suya. And it's a beef brisket that we grill outside. And I honestly don't know anyone that has been in here that doesn't like it.
The seasoning I've put here is totally from Africa. In Africa, most people during the evenings, go out with your family, a bottle of beer by your side, and you have this. I'll leave it here for about 5 minutes, then I have to come and flip it over.
So we have suya here, which is just marinated to the awesomeness degree. And it's usually tapered off with some of the onions so that the spice doesn't just knock you off your feet.
I can cook, but I can only cook for my wife. And that's one thing people don't appreciate. There is a difference between cooking for one or two people, and there is a difference between cooking every single day in a restaurant. I've let the professional people take over.
I was born in Nigeria, bred and born in Nigeria. Most important thing we did in Nigeria is food. I'm cooking now vegetable. I've already ground the pepper, put the oil. This is stockfish. I boil the stockfish with hot water. So after that, I clean it, putting it in the pepper. I put it in the pepper, spinach and collard green mixed together. We don't want much water in the vegetable stew. We squeeze it so there will be no water in it.
So whatever they want goes at the bottom. So for example, this is goat meat. So what we'll do next is just get the soup on top of it. Okay? So the customer will come, you serve it to them like that, and then they unwrap it themselves and then eat. No. Delicious.